Hello. Yes, it's me. The Wicked Witch herself. Ruprecht is currently so terrified that our Death Star is collapsing that he is inconsolable. Right now, he is whimpering in the corner like the beaten dog that he is. But it's just as well. I wish to speak to you directly, anyway, as our time together is rapidly drawing to a close. Many of you hate my guts. And I don't blame you. Over the years, I have ruthlessly controlled the gold and silver markets like a tin pot dictator. But now, like that douchebag from Tunisia or the asshole Gaddafi, I am on my way out. My time here is limited. Please understand, I never meant to hurt you. Mr. Daimon has directed my every move. But even Mr. Daimon has a master. The evil lord, Ben Bernanke, controls the empire. We are only his willing servants. You see, the Federal Reserve has been gouging Americans for almost 90 years. Progressive douchebag number 1, Woodrow Wilson, created it in 1913, and this country has been sinking down the shithole ever since. Then, when the shifty, criminal, douchebag, Tricky Dick eliminated the gold standard in 1971, all was officially lost. You just didn't know it yet. You wanted your Social Security. You wanted your Medicare. You wanted your college loans. And you wanted your mortgages. Mr. Burns, Mr. Miller, Mr. Volcker and Mr. Andrea Mitchell all conspired to give you what you wanted while they looted and stole your wealth. And now the party is over. So don't hate me. I was only doing my part. My job was to suppress gold and silver to help support the illusion that inflation was non-existent. If enough stooges believed that inflation was negligible, we could fund your Ponzi at only 4% interest. But now, the world has finally caught on. The Chicoms have designed some backing their shitty little currency with gold. The Ruskies are going to do the same. Shit, even individual states like Virginia and Utah are toying with the idea of creating their own gold and silver money. And we, here at the JP Morgan, are fucked. The buyers of size have figured out that the Death Star has no actual silver. How could it? Shit. The US freaking mint doesn't have any silver these days. Why would anyone think we had some here? But I digress. We have been issuing unbacked paper silver for so freaking long I have no idea how big our liability is. Mr. Daimon has no idea either. We have no choice but to reward those standing for delivery with a huge premium just to take cash instead. Lucky for us, so many of the sheep decided to roll into May rather than stand for delivery in March. As it is, we will still be out millions, but it could have been a lot worse. I fear, however, that the sheep are waking up to our predicament and, led by the buyers of size, thousands of sheep will stand for delivery in May. If we survive May, many more will stand in July. Eventually, it's game over. The Death Star will implode, and with it, the JP Morgan. Mr. Daimon, the ruthless, soulless banker that he is, will not go down alone. He will take every other Wall Street institution with him. Gold and silver prices will skyrocket. Interest rates will rapidly increase. The US dollar will go in the shit can. The Ponzi will begin to collapse. So, prepare while you can. Don't say you haven't been warned. That little prick, Trud Ferguson, has been warning you that the end of the current system is coming. I can't blame you for listening to him. The guy is a freaking genius. Ever heard of Plato? Socrates? Morons. Turd Ferguson is the shit. He wants you to buy physical silver. He wants you to buy physical gold. He says you should protect your family and your wealth. He thinks you should prepare for the worst. Lastly, don't expect me to go down without a fight. If I sense an opportunity to stave off our collapse, I will take it. This next week, silver will approach $37. At that price, it will have doubled since last summer. That sounds like a good place for Ruprecht and the boys to make a stand. I'll instruct them to sell like crazy. Maybe it will be like the old days. The sheeple will be so frightened that silver may retreat all the way to 31. Maybe I can get gold back under 1400 too. But the problem is, it will only be temporary. Led by that asshole, Trud Ferguson, I know that the sheep will stand firm. They will only buy the fucking dip, and in the end, gold and silver will simply keep charging higher. So, whatever you do, don't listen to Turd Ferguson. He's just a little nerd who lives in his parents' basement. I don't care that his site is growing exponentially. 70,000 hits per day is not that many. Ignore him. He is dumber than Forrest Gump. He couldn't find his ass with both hands. He makes George Bush look like Albert freaking Einstein. Please, for the love of Pete, ignore that little douchebag. Do not read his blog. Do not visit his sponsors. Do not help him build his new site. Do not protect yourself. Do not buy physical metal. Do not buy mining shares. Go away and leave Ruprecht and I alone. Please?